Hello, hello, hello. So today we are going to play creative chess, good chess. No theory, just happy chess. Um, like Hans Niemann says, the chess should speak for itself. So without further ado, let's learn how to play like that, regardless of whether we win or lose. Um, let's aim to play some good chess today. Okay. So I'll start my first match. Let's see if we get white or black. Black it is. Okay. That is fine. Even this, I'm playing Sicilian, but even this doesn't really require that much um, opening theory because even in the third move, I'm out of my theory. So effectively, the middle game starts for me now. Um, Interesting. So he goes there with the bishop. I take my pony out for now. I'm just trying to think if he has made any big mistake. Let's see. Yeah, that seems fine for now. Okay, let's exchange the pawns. Okay, now the thing is, he can come here with the pawn. If he does, uh, we probably don't exchange pawns on our own because if we exchange like this, then firstly this guy will be under attack, and if we move him, my d7 pawn will remain lonely because there will be no e or c pawn to support it. Yeah. So I think let's uh, yeah, there are a few options. We can um, we can go for a check with the bishop or with the queen, but then he has many options, many defensive options. The knight one is a really good one because that sort of joins the pawns. Um, so no, let's not go for a check yet. Rather, we can come back with the pony maybe. Or we can go with the pony here. How about that? I mean, the only thing is he can just poke the pony like this. And then we have to come back either here or at its original place. Okay. Or we can move our knight to e7. That is okay, yeah? Let's do that for now. If he pokes the bishop, we will either go for a check or just come back with the bishop. Okay, he didn't. Okay. What can we do now? Retreat the bishop a little bit, maybe. Or we can just find a better space for the knight. Okay. Hello to viewers. How are you doing today? Let me know in the chat how you are doing. We are starting stream today. It's my second day YouTube living my chess matches. Hopefully today will be better than yesterday. Yesterday was not bad, was a good start in terms of streaming. The chess did not really go as well as I had in mind. Okay, he comes there. So we can either go here, and I don't really like that option because it kind of blocks my knight's path. So I won't go there. I don't think going here makes that much sense either, because he can just poke, and then I have to come back here and then here. He can just poke with the pawn. So I would rather come either here or to b8. I think b8 seems fine because it does not block my path of the queen, because queen will be free to move. Yeah, that's fine. So viewers, somebody start chatting with me and let me know how your day is going. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty simple development move of knight. I mean, one thing is the knight can sort of come here, and that might be a little bit of a annoyance, right? So just to prevent that, I can do this one now. Yeah. That is fine. So the knight cannot really come forward. The other knight can come forward to here. That is not a big issue. Okay, he chose that square for the bishop. I was thinking the bishop might have come here and poke my queen, but didn't. Okay. Well, let's develop. That is fine. Yeah, I should be careful about the time today, because yesterday time was a bit of an issue for some of the matches, not all. Yeah, now I can castle after this move if it doesn't really threaten anything. Then I absolutely can. Yeah. I need to do something about my d pawn. I need to push it to either d6 or d5. I know if I move it to d5, there is that chance of Amosa. That's fine. He just moved his rook, which is not an issue. Yeah, let me castle. I think I'm fine. Let's not waste much time at this point of the game because I don't think I'm doing any blunders at this point. One idea can be to go here with the queen, just threatening this guy. Just poking that small little tiny guard, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that because I think this bishop is anyways protected with the rook and also with the knight in case he moves the knight somewhere. Then this rook cannot really take the bishop. So I'm fine for now, I think. One thing is if I go here, then maybe he can push his pawn here, just attacking my queen with the bishop. But then I can take this pawn anyways. Okay, went there with the pawn. Don't know why. I mean, it was not really needed. To be honest, there was nothing to protect there. My light squared bishop is not going there anytime soon. Okay, let's carry out our plan for now. Hello, three viewers. Don't be shy. Just start chatting because yesterday when someone started chatting after a while, then many people joined in. um, just post a comment. Nothing is silly. Nothing is silly, as they say. No question is silly. Um, okay, I should be a little bit careful about my queen because there are so many ways the queen can be trapped somehow, especially here at the start of the middle game. With so many pieces on the board, the queen can be trapped. There is a big possibility. As they say, don't move with your queen at the start of the middle game. Queen should come into play at the end of the middle game, towards the end of the middle game, before the end game, obviously. Yeah, because what I'm thinking is after I take this pawn, can he trap A's v47? Okay, so he didn't allow that. So that is fine. That is not an issue. Now I can possibly go here with the knight, just poking this guy. So he can come to this place, and then I will poke him further. Yeah. I think that is looks like an okay kind of a plan. Let's see. I'm not really worried about my g6 knight. That is not under any kind of threat. But if anybody takes it, okay, the queen is out. That is fine. Let the queen come out. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Yeah. Exchange knights. Okay. That is fine. Now the question is, what can I do here? Now I think my queen is not that useful in that square, so I should probably move the queen somewhere in the king side somehow. Or at least have a plan to do that later. Also my bishops, especially the light squared bishop, is not looking at anything. Yeah, let's disturb the center of the board a little bit. Yeah, I think this is doable. That's fine. If he takes, I shall take with the queen, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine, yeah. Absolutely fine. And if by chance I get a chance, because if he takes... Oh no, he went there with the horse. Okay, don't get trapped. Do not get trapped. Yeah, come back with the queen here. That's fine. We are doing okay, you know? We are doing sort of okay. We are playing decent enough chess, I know. For my level, for 1337 versus 1347 level, this is okay chess, not bad. Now, if he takes the pawn, I hope he does, to be honest. Because if he takes, then I take, then there will be a checkmate angle here created, except there is a knight guarding here, but then I can sacrifice my knight by going here. If he wants to take, thinking it's a free knight, then he can take, and I will deliver the checkmate. Otherwise, I can take the knight, and the checkmate angle still exists. Now the question is, he didn't take, right? So the question is whether I can take. If I take, then he takes, he or she, I don't know, A is V. Then I have more attackers. No, I don't have more attackers than his defenders, because he will take here. If I take here, he takes with the queen. Okay, that's not done, but I can still take the pawn at least. I think that should be alright. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's take. I mean, he can either come with the queen, rook here, or the other rook here, just to threaten this line, so that when this pawn moves, my queen I have to move. That's fine. I mean, you know, any threat is fine as long as you know and are prepared for it. I'm kind of prepared for that, so that's not an issue. Okay, so can't really do much. Yeah, so this part of the game I have to think a lot. I think this is the critical part of the game we are at. Clearly I can't take that pawn. I sort of should move my queen somewhere. But I should not forget about this line, because the knight can come here and then he will exchange his yeah, that's a bit of a problem, because if I move my rook here, he will just take this. I can't take the knight because the rook is here. So what can I do is I can do a few things, you know. One is I can move the bishop here, or I can move the bishop even here. This looks like a good idea, because then his queen has to move. But I don't really know where it is going. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Hello, three viewers. Hope you are enjoying my match and my stream. As I said yesterday, I'm just streaming directly from my laptop, so the video and audio quality is as good as it can be from a laptop, I guess. Okay. Okay, so he moves the... Okay, I should be careful here not to move my light squared bishop, because he will then just take the pawn at b7 with queen. What I can do though, I can come there with the rook to b8. I think I can. Can I not? Yeah. I'm quite low in time, so I should be a little bit more careful now. Even though that knight at a4 is at the ring, and typically they say that knights at the ring are not that useful, but this one is, you know, if I'm not careful, it can come to some useful squares from there. Currently it's blocked from coming there to b6. If it comes to c5, the knight, then there is a dilemma whether I should exchange his knight with my bishop. Now that I can move my light squared bishop, I can sort of go here and then here, just poking his queen, just making the queen's life a tiny bit more difficult. The queen has a lot of open spaces to go to, so that should not be a problem. But yeah, focus about time now. Opponent has 7 minutes, over 7 minutes. I just have 2 minutes and 23 seconds. That's why I said yesterday I'm not very good with low time controls. Okay, he comes there, comes there. That is fine. That is fine. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared about keeping the queen at the queen side, so I'll just move it here. Two minutes and 3 seconds. Is that enough time for me to play good chess and beat him? Let's see. We are rated almost evenly, 1337 versus 1347, so should be an interesting finish to this match. Okay, what are you doing, ASV4711? Let's see what you are doing now. Yeah. Opponent's light squared bishop is not that threatening at the current moment, right? Parked at e2, but he can come to some difficult squares in the future. Who knows? Like resigned. Oh my god, why did you resign, ASV? I have no clue why he resigned. What do you think, chat? Why he resigned? Okay, I don't know. I thought this was kind of an even game, and I was really looking forward to the end game or the late middle game for now. Anyways, let's start. Let's start. Good start for us. Let's start the second game. Good start. Yeah, it has been good chess, I think. Yeah. A new game. This time we get white. Remember, we are not mugging up many theories. We are playing simple Ruy Lopez. Simple old Ruy Lopez. He has gone for the bird's defense, I think this is called. Again, it's not important to know the names. So I think if I remember correctly, I just exchange the knights at this point. Again, let's think from first principles always. Because if I don't take the knight, then he takes my bishop. Stighelmer Lightning takes my bishop unless I move the bishop. And I don't really want to move the bishop that much because his pawn after the exchange will anyways be kind of lonely and might be a good target later on. Who knows? Yeah. So when you don't mug up theory, you have to think a little bit more in your opening, but that is fine. That is fine. We are fine. At this level, at 1345 level, we are fine. We are not 1600, no? At this level, we are fine. We don't have to be experts in opening. Okay, fine. I castle. I think I castle. Okay. He can't move his king spawn, queen spawn, but yeah, he can do obviously that. Yeah, in Ruy Lopez, I don't really like to go d3 with the pawn. But in this case, I have to after moving the bishop, obviously. I should not move the bishop to c4 because then he will just push the queen's pawn to pocket more. And same about a4, right? Because he will just go b5 and pocket. So the question is whether I go to e2 or d3. I think e2 because then the d3 pawn, d2 pawn can go to d3. Yeah. Although I really am not a fan of that line, but I think we are kind of forced in here. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. I think d3 is fine now because it clears the path of my light squared bishop and also the knight. I can go the knight from here to here, then to here somehow. But that is fine. Yeah, let's carry on with my merry way. Just develop the pieces. Yeah. 30 views and 2 current views on the stream. Nobody's speaking to me, nobody's chatting, which is slightly different from yesterday, because yesterday there was a lot of chatter, a lot of friendliness. But yeah, maybe people are just engrossed in the game like I am. Okay, he goes there with the pawn. He wants to attack on the queen side. I'm just thinking, if I go here with the knight, then he will probably, he can't really go anywhere with the bishop except here. And then do I have an attacking plan there? I don't think so. So it's better because he is not castling on the queen side anyways. His queen side pawn structure is not really good for castling, so he will castle on the king side. So let's move my fighter jets to the actual war area, you know. Yeah, I mean, have a war face to face, you know. Don't hide in your bunkers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Be brave enough to face death if needed. Don't hide in bunkers. Okay. You obviously know what I mean, yeah? No, this is not a political stream. So, okay, if I go there, that sort of no. If I go there, he will just take my pawn here because there is a line where the queen can take my knight. So he will have a pawn advantage. What is something else I can do? Is something else I can do. The other thing I can do is I can get the dark squared bishop out just there and then push this pawn here to shoo away the bishop. But yeah, bishop will get a parking spot at b6. Nice shaded parking area. Yeah, b6. Yeah, still that's not a bad thing. Or I can just go here with the knight, but that doesn't do anything unless the f7 pawn moves somewhere later in the day. Yeah, I don't think. I think currently the knights spot is fine. So yeah, let me do that. It's not much of a plan, but better than a no plan yet. Okay, now someone will have to make this match interesting. Okay. If I go here with the queen and then go here with the bishop, then either the queen has to move to e7 or he will come back with the bishop. But if he comes back with the bishop, then I'm at an advantage, right? Because then I'll exchange bishop and munch on this little pawn. Let's see, I mean at 1300 at my level people make those kind of mistakes. Let's see if he makes that mistake. Stig Helmer Lightning. Oh, interesting. That is good. That is good. But you know what? Now if I go here and then he takes and then I take. Yeah, I don't see any particular issue there. Maybe there is an advantage somewhere hiding. I did not do the full calculation there. Should not waste time, but I think we are fine there. And if anything in future, we can somehow, if my intuition is correct, we can somehow threaten that pawn at d4. You know, because ultimately after all exchanges are complete, my queen will be at b4, so I'll have two attackers there. And if his c6 pawn comes up to c5 to save it, I can just have the pawn, because that is not. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what he does now. I mean, he can. Okay, he goes there. Fine. If I exchange bishops here, there is not much of a problem that he's facing, right? Because he will have his queen supporting the pawn. I am just thinking, is there any way to make it kind of a fork? Um, Currently not, but if I can support that bishop somehow, then it will be a fork. There is literally nothing to support it. Okay, how about a3? I think a3 is doable, no? I think so. A3 is doable, I think. Yeah, it's important at my level at least to blunder check every move. Hello, one guy who is watching my stream. I hope you're liking the game so far. Okay, so that fork is not in effect anymore. Now something. I I don't really target that pawn anymore because there is nothing much to target it with. But what I can do is I can now move my knight here and then here, just in case anything comes up in future. Yeah, I think so. It's interesting to see that he has not moved his queen's pawn yet. That is still parked at d7. And that's the reason his light squared bishop is not active. He can easily make that active anytime he wants. That is something I should be careful about. Because if he does that, then I should not probably move the knight here. Because if he takes, yeah, okay, he does that. He does that. Should I exchange? I think I should. No, because then he will take my... No, he can't really take my dark squared bishop because my pawn is there. So I will protect it with the pawn. Let's exchange. Let's simplify the game. Okay, he took it with the... Should I simplify further by exchanging the bishops? There is no need to do that. No need to do that. Yeah. Only thing is he still anyways can come here with the bishop. I don't really like that. Because then he will be attacking my bishop. So I should probably move the queen here. Sorry, I should probably move the queen here and then bring the rook here for a dual support. Yeah, I have not really thought it through, but let's move on. If he takes my light squared bishop, I take with the pawn, of course. He will not take my, dark squared bishop, because if I take with the pawn, he has to sort of move the other thing, the bishop. Oh, unless he takes with the bishop. If he takes with the bishop, then also I have to take with the pawn. but then he can either exchange the rooks or just move the rook to somewhere else. And one good thing is my the light square bishop can move, right? It's not pinned. So if it's threatened that much, I will move it somewhere. Maybe move it to F. Either here or even here. Have to think about it when the time comes. Okay, you are coming there. That is fine. That's perfectly fine. Not an issue. My knight can jump. All knights can jump. Okay. I am not exchanging the bishops on my own. If he wants to exchange, he's welcome. But the thing is, his king side pawn structure is now weak, so I should take some advantage in some way. If I move this pawn here, and then I move this, sorry, move this here, then I can go here with the bishop, and nothing can really, oh, unless this guy comes back. Or I can simply go here with the, yeah, it's a little bit of a calculation I have to do, but not yet. Not yet. Currently, if he just pokes my pony, then I just go to e1. How are you doing, viewer who's watching? You can chat, Don't be shy. I don't bite. I wish his rook was at f8. Then I could have. Okay, it goes there. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I can poke it later. But for now, I can go to d1. Yeah. Need to be a bit careful. Um, we are at late middle game, so, and I still think my position is slightly better. Okay, we'll go there. Yeah, just poke for me. Yeah, I'm just poking for now, and let's see what happens. Who knows what the future holds of this match? Okay, he goes there. Okay, and I move the king to h2. Probably yes, right? Because then, in that case, yeah, currently he's not really threatening anything, so I don't see why I can't move it. You know what he can do though? No, he can't. Yeah, this should be okay. And after this, okay, he's back there. He's back there. He is back there. Okay. Mm, should I offer to exchange rooks by bringing my rook to e1? I guess I can. No, no, it's not. Let's play some simple moves because I am short of time now. Um, okay, he goes there. Mm, oh my god, I made a mistake. We'll just take my. No, I made a mistake. Okay. Okay, so at this point, I should still play on and just 3 points down. Looks like I'm losing this game, right? Not yet. I mean, not at 1300 level. Uh, People do still. Okay, it goes there. We go here. Let's see. Yeah, let's play fast chess now. 31 seconds remaining. So whatever happens, I won one match. Maybe I'll lose this one. Who cares, right? Who cares? Maybe you two people care. Hello, two viewers. Maybe you care. I hope you care. Um, but I think I will now just go here or something. What is that for? Um, Okay, what is this guy trying to do? Okay, I see a good tactics here. Shall I go on? Yeah. It's not a good tactics. Yeah. It's I'm just panicking at this point. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Okay, you want to exchange queens. I am fine with that, I think. With 13 seconds remaining, there is no point in pondering things. No point in pondering too much. Yeah. Many of his pieces here are quite annoying. He has played well. Stig, Helmer, Lightning have played well. I've made a few, at least one blunder where I didn't see that line, but I haven't played as good as my opponent. Just wanted to check from the viewer. There is just one viewer now. Just wanted to check from you if the audio is coming okay of my stream. I hope it's not too low or too loud, or there is not any echo, reverberation, nothing like that. Okay, let's see what happens. I have 15 seconds, so I should be ready with my plans, whatever he does. He or she. Stig Helmer Lightning from Norway. I think that's a male name. I am not 100% sure. Okay, you're coming there. I don't really know why. Oh my god, my time was almost done. Yeah, let's play fast. Okay, okay. Now I go here. To exchange. Yeah, obviously we take with that. Okay. I go here. Okay, I can go here. Yeah, play fast, play fast. 19 seconds. Yeah, I can go there. Either he moves. I don't know where he will move his. No, he can move the pawn. But then I'll have the other pawn, the h pawn. I think he's losing one pawn at least here. I wish his king comes somewhere where I can directly provide, I can directly throw a check with the light squared bishop, because then, I can take the rook. That would be a winning move. I don't think we'll make that blunder. Okay, yeah, I take that. Now I come here. 26 seconds. Still not doing terrible about time. Okay. A check. Yeah, if I can somehow move the king to f7, that will be good. Yeah, one more check. Let's see. f7 would be lovely, because then I'll just go to h5. Yeah, lovely. Okay, there you go. Take my bishop, I take your rook, and I'm 1 point advantage, so I can still do something in this game. Come on. Exchange rooks, exchange rooks. 1 point advantage, exchange rooks, low on time. What do you think? Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, one thing I should be careful about is he has a dark squared bishop, so let me keep everything in light squares. So his bishop is not that useful anymore. Only my king is now in a dark squared, dark square. Uh, go here. Okay, that is fine. I will go here. 31 seconds. I can still make something out of this game. Okay, I can go here with the king just to munch on this pawn. Then I have to take care of this two pawns at C and D. 1 is exchanged, yeah? Or you're going away with the king. Maybe you're going away with the king. Okay. To e5 maybe. Because if you're taking that, I'm taking your knight, and then I just have to take care of the other pawn. Then I just don't lose because I see what it does. Let us see. He has 3 minutes and 45 seconds, so he's going to think a lot because this part of the game is critical. I mean, I'm winning, I think, but at 1300 levels, we are not experts at end games, so I can still lose. He has to move his king. Either he takes my pawn or he goes to... There is no point going to c5, I guess. So I think the dilemma is whether to take my pawn or to save the knight. I think the better move here is to save the knight. Knight is very useful here because it's protecting the g-pawn. For now, at least. I can exchange it. But I cannot really directly take it due to that knight. Unless that knight moves somewhere. Stig-Helmer Lightning. He will bring the game to a lightning speed now. Because we both will have low time after a while. I have 28 seconds. I think I have a grasp of the game. I think I kind of have the geometry in my head. Yeah, he has to, if he has to take my pawns, especially the c2 pawn, he has to take it. Either exchange it, I will be very happy if he exchanges it, or he will have to take it with the king or knight. And when he moves the knight, I will go for the g5 pawn. And by the time he reaches, it will not be very easy to reach it with the king. Yeah, I think I'm kind of winning this game. Unless I make a blunder somehow. He has less than a minute now. Okay, so first game was a win. Second game should be a win. But given what I have done yesterday, I don't trust my skills while I'm streaming because I have to speak a lot, even though nobody today is speaking to me. What is happening, chat? Hello, one viewer. This stream has 44 views so far, but currently one person is live. But you have come at a very interesting point, you know. Stig-Helmer Lightning is probably losing to me, probably, because he is very low on time. He's running out of time, running out of time. I don't know. He has left or what? Okay, bye bye. Stig Helmer Lightning has lost the game. So I have won 2 games today. So I'm going good today. Let's continue. Um, Hello viewer, don't be shy, okay? You can chat to me. I don't bite. Okay, shall I start a new match? Yeah, in about a few seconds I'll start a new match. Just need a hydration break. Okay, let's start a new match. I'm at 1353 today. So that is good. Okay, let's start with the king's pawn move now. Okay, Scandinavian is fine. I'm not scared of Scandinavians. Okay. Okay, he was there. Since he has gone there, I can't do anything to be honest. I'd like to do this for now. Maybe I would quietly like to bring my okay, that is fine. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I can somehow trap his queen. New to 64, 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Can I trap his queen somehow? That is the question. Probably not currently. But yeah. Let me try. Okay. I cannot trap the queen at the current moment. Yeah, he has a passage now. Kind of. So he's fine. I'll just prepare for castling. Eighth move. Going quite fast now, although I don't know any opening theory at this line. Yeah, castling is fine now. Kind of defensive chess, I guess, from both sides now. But it can change soon. Okay, I should probably come back with the bishop, but to where? maybe I'll park the bishop here. Is that a good idea? I mean, I'm not parking it there. Eventually, I'll bring it there just to keep it protected. But at least, you know, this line will be accessible to me. Is that a blunder? Is that not a blunder? I mean, a small blunder, but he's losing a pawn now, I think. No, he's. Is he? He's not. Yeah, he is. Okay. Um, okay, I exchange the. Yeah, this is not an issue, right? I just exchange his knight for my bishop first, and then I move the pony somewhere. No, I can't move the pony then, because his bishop will be here, and it will be attacking my knight, and if I move the knight, then it will take the rook. No, can't do that. Okay, so this is where I think about whether I have made a blunder for taking a particular pawn. I can come there, but then what if he just comes with the pawn here? If he comes with the pawn there, then I'm fine. I'm just going back here because that line is not accessible to the queen anymore. Okay, so that is fine. I think that is fine. If he comes here with the bishop, then I exchange bishop. Yeah, not an issue. He has not castled yet, so new to 64 14 32. I think I can still make it a little difficult for him. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Okay, he has now done so. Now we can move the pony. Where do I move the pony to? I mean, a4 is accessible, so that should be all right. I think that is fine. If he pokes, I come back here. So that is okay. It's not a problem. Okay, he has poked this guy, bishop. Is there any good move here? Let's think. I can obviously come to e3. Is there anything better? No, there is not. I think e3 is the best. e3 is the best. e3 is the best. e3 is the best. And e3 is the best. I'm a little scared about the dark squared bishop, right? Because if that guy comes here, that religious preacher, and pokes my rook, I just should be a little bit careful about that line, that's all. It's not an imminent threat. I can obviously move the rook. Can I move his queen? Because if he moves his queen outside a file, then I can just munch on that pawn at a7. So can I poke his queen here, is the question. I'll just poke the queen with the bishop now. And then if he moves in that line, no, nothing happens. Because obviously he will not go to b6. Because he knows my knight is there. He will... If in that line, the only place he can go to is c7. Or he goes to a6. a6 is fine. I like that a6. Because then he can just move this guy and threaten him. Yeah, he is actually gone there. If he goes to a6, I think his queen will be trapped. I think so, although I don't have 100% confidence about these like 5-move calculations or things like that. Hello to viewers. Don't be shy. You can chat with me. I don't bite. Time-wise, I think we are doing fine. We are both having like 10-11 minutes in our hands. And we are equal in terms of okay, he goes there, not an issue. Actually, I can go to, I mean, obviously the defensive move is to come to b2, but I am thinking I can go here. If he wants to exchange, make an exchange, otherwise... Okay, let's think about it, right? Maybe my knight will get trapped somehow, but if I go here, what can he do? He can exchange, that's one thing he can do. Otherwise, he has to move either his rook or his queen. If not, I have a beautiful fork here. And if he moves his queen or rook somewhere, that's fine, right? He's not directly threatening my knight there, unless I'm missing something completely. Yeah, worth the punt, worth the punt. I have won 2 games today, 2 matches. This is the third one. So that is good. That is perfectly good. This stream so far has had 47 viewers. I really don't need to move the knight unless absolutely required. Question is whether he will exchange or he will move his rook or the queen. That is the question, my friend Watson. You're only on the 17th move. So a lot of things can still happen in this game. We are in early middle game. Okay. And I thought he can't threaten my... Yeah, he's still not kind of threatening my... Because I can just go here, I think. I think I can. Yeah. No, 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 no. I have made a blunder now. Because he will take with the bishop and I can't take with the pawn, man. Because... okay, he made a blunder. He didn't say this line. If he took with the bishop, I can't take with this guy because of this. So now he has kind of given me a lifeline. So what can I do with that lifeline? I can exchange knights obviously, but other than that, is there any other option I have? Rather than exchanging knights, I can come. Because what does exchanging do here? Nothing much. But rather I can come here maybe? Yeah, I can come there. Let's see. Let's see what transpires. Hey Bibblebrox. You fell asleep yesterday. You are saying that you're currently just passing by for a couple of minutes, but looking forward to hang around later. That's good. Yeah, I will be here for some time. So good to see you. I remember you are from Slovakia, if I'm not wrong. Um, Good to chat, because I have had 48. Today is my second day, and I've had 48 views so far, but no chat. Okay, let me see if I can somehow create some issues for the rook. If I go here, he will move his rook to somewhere. I think better than that is this one. Move the rook somewhere and then we'll see. Yeah, now I can poke with dark squared bishop. No, I can't because he'll just take the pawn. Okay. Okay. What can I do? I can actually make my queen a little bit more useful. It's not doing anything at the moment. So I will take the queen to this line, I think. Now he has to do something to save the pawn. Either he moves the rook or he does something. Doesn't save the pawn. Is he threatening something else? I don't know. Okay, I am taking the pawn. Oh no. If I take the pawn, he takes my pawn with the bishop. I see. What if I take the pawn with the... Yeah, I think that's a good idea, right? Look at this line. If I take the pawn with the queen, he can either go away with the queen or exchange queens right? After exchanging queens, I think he can, if he takes this pawn, I just take this pawn because I have a defender here, an attacker. He has just one defender. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Let's not think too much. Go for it. Okay. People is saying good memory. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I have a good memory, relatively, not exceptional. Nothing exceptional. Okay. So he just gave up the pawn and didn't exchange after that. Now I have to either exchange. I don't think I would like to exchange. I would like to keep my this guy somehow. So what I can do is I can here just providing a support to the pawn if needed, you know. Yeah. C4 looks juicy for knight. I'm not 100% sure if I am allowed to in chess.com, if I'm allowed to take any direct advice from chat. Probably not, right? Because it can be kind of cheating, especially if you are looking at engine or something. Probably you are not looking at an engine. Okay, I'm just threatening a simple fork. Let's see. Got to go for now. Wish you a good luck and a wonderful stream. Thank you. Thank you, Bibble. Bibble Brox. Okay, he has gone away with the rook, but I can go here and still poke his queen. Today's stream is actually going relatively well, especially in terms of chess. I have won 2 matches, haven't lost any. In terms of stream activity, it's okay. In terms of number of viewers for my second day, I have 49 views so far, although just one person is viewing currently. But in terms of chat, it has been slightly, I won't say very disappointing, slightly maybe disappointing, because only people is chatting with me. I like people, but I would like more people to chat with me. Oh no, I think I'm toast. No, I'm not toast. Yeah, I was suddenly thinking about this line. that it's attacking my queen and my knight. Okay, queen exchange, queen exchange. Yeah, queen exchange and then a simple kind of a fork. Nothing fancy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. And then something simple like this. He will move his rook, but if he moves to c8, then I don't have anything to be honest. I mean, I have the bishop, so he will probably, I don't know where he will go. Can he save the bishop? New to 64, 1432. 1432, that's good rating, man. I think the highest guy I have defeated in the last 1 year is 1403. So if I win this, oh my god, he has resigned. This is my biggest win in terms of rating of opponent, now 1222, in the last 1 year. Before this, I think 1403 was the highest. Some guy I did beat a few weeks back, 3 weeks back maybe. But this is the highest in the last 1 year. But before that, I have beaten people with like 1500 something ratings. Long ago, like when I was yeah, decades back, more than a decade back. Okay. 51 views, 2 concurrent viewers. Hello viewers. You can say hello to me. You can see only Bibble Brox has chatted so far with me. There have been so many views. People are viewing. I can sense that some people are staying to watch my stream, but they are not chatting. I like a little bit of chat in streams. Otherwise, I feel kind of lonely. But yeah, let me start the next match. Okay. Oh my god. What is that? What is that opening again? Okay. Remember what we said for today's stream. We are not mugging any theories, and we are trying to play good chess without theory, without mugging theories. You don't need theories for 1300 level. You need to be at least 1600 before you need theory. So just common sense chess. Okay, let me go here. And then support. Yeah, support the pawn. Okay. Okay. All right. So he's looking to fianchetto the bishop. It's not a theory. It's just a stupid term. It is called fianchettoing the bishop somehow. It's just people like to invent like new terms that maybe makes them feel some kind of superiority or something. It's nothing. It's just this parking spot for the bishop where he has this diagonal rear view of the diagonal. Okay. I think I should go here because if he fianchettos the bishop, I would like to go here maybe. to, yeah, I think this is fine for now. One thing I should probably do here is b6, just to prevent that c pawn from coming further and disturbing my queen's pawn, my center, you know. Yeah, let's do that. And then I can develop my king side pieces. Yeah, I think this is called English opening. I can see the name now, but I'm not very familiar with this. So this is good for this stream, because in this stream I didn't want any big theories. Okay, I see no particular reason for that move, unless he wants to come here and then here, and then I take this, then he takes this, PVTS 3334, and then he puts my queen's pawn. But if he takes this queen's pawn, I don't really care, because I can make another queen's pawn. So that should be fine. I should not be too bothered with that line, I guess. Okay, let's do normal development, yeah. Okay, okay. No problems. If he comes up with the queen's pawn here, then I'll simply move my knight somewhere else. That's not an issue. If he takes, then I take with the pawn. Remember not to take with the knight, because okay, I see. So should I exchange now? I think that's the best thing to do. I guess that's the best thing to do, yeah. Okay. Now I'm in a pickle. Am I in a pickle? Am I in a pickle? There are two attackers and one defender, and I can't have another defender somehow. I can take the knight, then he takes the rook, then I take the bishop, then if he takes the knight, so yeah, let's see. Let's calculate. I take 3 points, right? Then if he takes back 3 points, then I simply move the rook somewhere. So that is one scenario. Scenario 2 is I take 3 points, he takes 5 points, then I take 3 points, so I'm +1, and then he can't really take this, because then I can take with my queen his rook. So he has to move his rook. I am fine, and I'm fine. Shouldn't worry that much. Yeah, come, take my rook. Yeah, come. Come, hello. Okay, now I have to go somewhere with the night. But what I'm thinking is I have very good line here. No, the I mean, look at my queen. It has such a clear view all the way to Tel Aviv. Um, okay, so I should take advantage of that. So maybe let's bring the knight here for now. I'm just at a 1 point advantage, but I can make it better. Oh no, I could have gone with the bishop directly. Oh, that was very good line, man. Because if he moves his this guy, then that's a checkmate. Missed that. Shall we try that again? Yeah, shall we try that again? So the line I'm threatening is this, followed by the queen, right? So let's do that. Let us do that. Okay, so that is checkmate, I guess. Yeah, 1372. That's good rating. Probably I'll take a break from the stream and I'll come back later. Yeah, okay. I'll stop streaming.